Liverpool v everybody. We're finally back. Got the guys back. It's been a long break, and I think it's safe to say that I speak for everybody. We're all pretty happy that football is back. So, Gerri, man, how you doing? How you been? How's family? All that?
Yeah, everything's good, bro. What about you?
Good. Same, man. Same. It's good to have the football back. Hopefully, we'll have Mame join at some point. But let's just jump into it, man. Before we get into the derby today at Goodison Park, let's just talk about some things around Liverpool. And I'm curious to know. I've been dying to ask you this because I've seen a lot of Liverpool fans kind of losing their shit over the Timo Werner thing. So I guess the first question is, how you feel about that? Are you just as kind of pissed off about that, or do you feel like it's not that big of a deal? What's your thought around Timo Werner in general?
Well, I told you like in November time, I think we had this sort of discussion that I wanted Werner at the club, and I said that I think he'd be a perfect fit for us because of the way he plays, his energy, his versatility in that front three, where he can play down the middle, he can also play on the left. You know, it allows us to be more flexible in different systems and formations. And he just suits Klopp, and I thought he'd be a brilliant player. And I expected to sign him this summer. And I was very disappointed. I was very vocal on Twitter that I was disappointed that we couldn't get Werner. Because, as I said, it's not like we were asking for too much. We were asking for one player in the transfer window that was going to help us to keep this same level next season as well and for the following years. He's a 24-year-old, 24-year-old, I think nearly 25. So he's in his prime years. He's got loads and loads of time to improve and get better, and get to that world-class level. And I was very disappointed, to be honest with you. Really, I was really down after I heard the news that Chelsea was signing. But a few days later, I'm over it again. I'm just sort of in that mood, like, so what? We got to move on. I'm not someone that's, I'm not someone that stays down for too long after we don't get a player. Just got to move on from it because there's nothing else that we can do about it. He's gone to Chelsea now. What's the point of complaining? We still got a great squad, but I am still annoyed that we couldn't get the deal done. But I'm just sort of looking forward to the season now because that deal's done and it's over with. Hello? Can you hear me, bro? You muted, by the way.
Sorry about that. I was saying, was there anything that you thought of that maybe was the reason for that? I mean, I know you say you're over it now, but as it was happening, were you concerned with maybe why it didn't get triggered? Are you, again, a fan who is ready to kind of attack FSG, which I see some fans doing all of a sudden when just not too long ago we were just praising the kind of work we were doing in the windows, Fabinho and things of that nature. So was there anything that you thought about as to why we didn't trigger that deal? Or
well, it's clear that Liverpool probably going to sign him this summer if it wasn't for this coronavirus pandemic, right? It was clear if it wasn't for this pandemic because Liverpool would have been able to sold Harry Wilson, Grujic, Shaqiri for that money, but because clubs like Bournemouth, Hertha Berlin, they aren't going to have that sort of money to splash around and pay 25 million of what Liverpool want for these sort of players, right? They ain't going to have that sort of money, so it's difficult for us to find buyers for them. And Liverpool are a club, whether you like FSG or whether you like this policy or not. I've said it many times. I said it before we wanted Werner many years ago. Liverpool will not sign a player, right, without selling. We won't. We just won't do that. We've seen it over the years when we sold Coutinho, we bought Alisson, Van Dijk. That's just one of the examples. But even when you look at in 2018, and we forget Alisson, but when we bought Fabinho, who was £40 million, we got 20 million from Dominic Solanke and 20 million from Danny Ings from those deals. So there's your Fabinho money, right? And all other deals that we got, money that Jordan Ibe and all these transfers over the years. We spent about 70 million net, which is not a lot, to be honest with you. And you could say, is that a criticism to the owners, or is that more brilliance from the director of football, who has got maybe 100 million pound more than he should have got for some of those average players that we've been, if you know what I'm trying to say. So obviously I'm disappointed, but And at first, I was like, why couldn't we just go get the deal done? But you have to look at it and think, we have lost a lot of money. We have lost a lot of money and loads of clubs have. But at the end of the day, again, if I'm honest with you, Aaron, we bought one player, £8 million in 2 years, right? And we've made a lot of money over this last couple of years. How can we not have the money? How can we not have? How can we not have
Yeah.
50? You know what I mean? It's sort of it's on one point you look at it and you think I'm just sort of just weighing up both options here and just looking at both sides. At one point, I know we've lost a lot of money and loads of clubs have, for this coronavirus stuff. But at the same time, it's £50 million, and I know it is quite a lot of money to spend, obviously, in this sort of in what's been happening. But we spent. It's not like we spent massive last summer. We spent £8 million on Minamino in 2 seasons. That's nothing. And you have to look at what we've made. How many trophies won and the amount of money we've made from that. We've got a new Nike deal coming in now. Do you know what I mean? We've got so many sponsors and I know we have to pay wages and all this sort of stuff, but still, Liverpool Football Club are making a lot of money right now, and you see all the profit, the finance sheets, and it just the club's making profit every single season, and that's good because we want the club to be healthy. We want the club to, obviously, it's not just about the performances on the pitch, but we need it to be, financially stable from the outside of things. But still, the manager wants a player, and what this manager's done for you, right, over the last 4 or 5 years, you wouldn't have been able to record those sort of profits in the last few years. It's because of this football. It's because of that manager, Jurgen Klopp. Why? And you should have been able to be like, you know what? We're struggling right now, maybe, but we're going to do it because of what you've done. Do you know what I mean? We're going to do it because of what you've done for the club. And that's why I am quite disappointed, because it's last summer is totally different. Last summer, there wasn't a clear target that Liverpool and Klopp wanted that you could be like, you know what, all right, cool. You know what I mean? We want him. But there wasn't. There was no real rumours. There's a few rumours of Pepe, but it wasn't proper rumours. This was proper. He wanted to come to the club. Klopp definitely wanted him, and the owners couldn't give the manager what he wanted, right? So that's just it. I'm not saying I'm FSG out. I'm not saying I'm FSG. I'm not one of those that just FSG and FSG out to start debates and that. I'm just like, what, the owners are what they are. Cool. Do you know what I mean? I don't really have a strong opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, I might be one of the few in a minority when it comes to Timo Werner. I think he's a fine talent. Obviously, it'd be crazy to say that he's not. However, I do think that there are players on the market, or could be players on the market, that are at least at his level or better. It just amazed me at how much people kind of lost it over that. And I know people are worried about not making a signing because we didn't make one last season. Well, nothing really, or last campaign in the summertime. Nothing substantial. I mean, we had some young players come up and all that, and then Minamino, of course, in January. But I think again, Klopp and Edwards and the club in general, since Klopp has been there, has always maybe done things that we maybe didn't understand or didn't think made sense, and then all of a sudden we were proved wrong, I think, and in a lot of situations, particularly with Klopp and some of the decisions that he's made. And I don't like to talk too much about where a player will play and all that, and people get into the whole thing of, well, we get this, that, and the third player, but where they're going to play because we have all these guys filling the role. That's up to the manager and the club. But just to kind of go down the alley of devil's advocate, where do you think he would have played? Where do you think he would have? Is he the guy that comes in more so when we have Mane and Salah African Cup of Nations? Does he come in and out for Firmino? Is Firmino in the 10 and he kind of takes over where Firmino played? In your mind, if we got Werner, how do you see him being in our squad?
Well, I think we would have. I think he would have allowed us to play different systems, different formations, and it would have allowed us to sort of ease the workload on the front three, because I think the front three, their fitness levels are fantastic. They never get injured. It reminds me of Luis Suarez, if you remember. Never got injured. Luis Suarez was there every single week. The only games he didn't play was because he was banned.
Yeah.
So and the same with Salah, Firmino, Mane. Mane had a couple. I think he had an injury. The only injuries I remember was the one against Everton, which was caused by another player, and the hamstring one, which he came back in a few weeks anyway. So apart from that, Mane hasn't had a single, injury over probably about 2 weeks. Same with Firmino and same with Mane, Salah. With Werner, I think he would have played. We could have played him in a 4-2-3-1 because he's great off the left. You could play Mane on the right, Firmino on the 10, Werner on the left, and obviously Salah up front. People that thought the 4-2-3-1 would be Salah on the right, Mane on the left, Firmino 10, and Werner up front would be delusional because that would never happen. First of all, Werner's not really played it as a lone striker. He's always played alongside if it's Patrick Schick or Poulsen, or he plays off the left. You know what I mean? So he's never been the main striker in the team. He's always had someone alongside him, and it would have been Salah up front because Salah's never played in the right wing in a 4-2-3-1 system because Salah doesn't really track back enough. He doesn't work as hard as Mane does on the left hand side. And Werner, as I said, you would have learned. Klopp would have probably taught him to play that 9 more. Do you know what I mean? In a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 could play on the left. I love players that are versatile, that can play different positions, and that's what Klopp has looked for in players. You look at Firmino, he can play as a 10, he can play as a 9, or as a sort of false 9. Salah can play on the right, he can play up front. Mane's played across the whole front 3, left, right, and the middle. Flexibility, players that can play in different positions, and that's what Werner would have given us. He could have played in 2 different positions, which is what Klopp does all the time when he looks for a players that can play in different areas of the pitch. Even Wijnaldum can play. You have to look at the midfield. Wijnaldum can play in a 6. He can play in a 8. Fabinho can play in a 6. Or Fabinho's mostly just defensive midfielder. But Henderson 8, 6. Do you know what I mean? Oxlade-Chamberlain he can play as on the right if we need him to, or he can play as a. So it's that's what makes us so great. It's because we've got so many different ways of playing and players that can play in different positions. Where it's just sort of, when teams sort of rock up and they see maybe Shaqiri in the team and Origi, they think, oh, here we go, we've got a chance here. But for example, the Everton game, do you know what I mean? How fluid, that was probably one of our most best games of the season. And Salah and Firmino didn't play in that one. We were playing some fluid football with Shaqiri and Origi and Mane. It was great. It was a great watch. So it's I'm disappointed, but we've got to move on, Aaron. We've got to move on.
Yeah.
There's nothing more we can. I mean? I'm not someone here that can sit and cry all day, like some fans on Twitter are. I said my piece on it, a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't even spoken about it once since then. Do you know what I mean? Because what is the point of us talking about it anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like most of the fans, from what I can gather, have kind of let it go. And this is where we are now as a club. I mean, we've been a bit spoiled if you think about it. The players we've gotten, the success we've had under Klopp, especially of recent. I think we've been a bit spoiled. And look, I get it. You want to play it really bad, and we don't get him. And but this has happened over the years. This is not the only example that we have, and what we usually do is just move on. So I think we'll be fine. As I said, there's a plethora of players out there on his level, if not better. So I'm not too concerned. There's one thing you look at and say Chelsea, maybe we've allowed them to get better. Apparently they're going to be getting Kai Havertz, and they've already got what's the attacking player they got? Ziyech.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be improved. But yeah, Mame, man, give me your few cents, just opinion on Timo Werner, the fact that we didn't get him, and what your feelings are, what your feelings were when you heard the news, and then what your feelings are now.
Hi guys, by the way.
Hello.
Yes, Timo Werner is a good player. He's a very good player and a very good fit for Liverpool system. But as you said earlier, there are other players out there who are maybe even better or quite at the same level. So the thing is for me, people are kind of overreacting. It's just another target that didn't come to Liverpool. It happened with Fekir. Even Fekir was even closer. And look at the results. What happened next? When we went on and buy other players. And if you look at it, I think it's all over the media. People had expectations and stuff. Because when we signed Fabinho, nobody talked about it. It happened. We were all happy. If it didn't happen, nobody would know about it, and life would just go on, So I think it's not really it's not a scandal that we didn't sign him. Life goes on. Trust the squad, and probably we'll make a signing by the end of the year, by the end of the start of the next season. That's it. That's how I take it. I don't dramatize or anything.
Yeah, I agree more with that way of thinking. I think you'd have thought people felt like we'd gone back to Brendan Rodgers years and we were desperate to get players because we just didn't have anything. So again, I kind of I get both sides. I get people who really saw him and for all intents and purposes, it looked like he was gonna sign it. It looked like it was almost gonna be a done deal. And then for it to change like that, I get why people are disappointed. But like we said earlier, I just think that there are other options out there. Go ahead.
Can I add something?
Yeah, please.
I think that if Timo Werner was a very, very important player, FSG would have signed him. If there was no alternative,
100%.
they would have signed him. They're talking about the money and stuff because maybe they want to keep a good link with the player, good relationship. They wouldn't just come and say he's not like it's not a must buy. If it was, they would buy him. Let's be serious.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at it too. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You finish?
Yeah, no, I'm done. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think, and that's just how you got to look at it. I mean, if he was that essential to what Klopp wanted going forward, in the team, I mean, going forward, then we probably would have made the deal. But I mean, again, these things happen. You know what I mean? They've happened down the years to all teams, to us for sure. And honestly, I can't really remember too many players. I mean, if I really thought longer on it, that we were linked to, it looked like it was going to happen, and then they went to another team and they flourished. If you guys can think of examples, let me know. I can't think of anybody on the top of my head that we really wanted. It came really close. They ended up going to a rival, and they ended up being incredible. I can't recall anybody. Do you? Can you guys?
No, I mean, we wanted Gertz, he didn't do well. We wanted Fekir, he went and done nothing at Betis. I can't really think of it.
Lamar, I mean, yeah. So,
Lamar hasn't been good at Atletico Madrid, yeah.
So, I mean, not to say that, it's the first time for everything. He may go to Chelsea and they might be incredible. I think the players they're getting, the players they already have. Yeah, I mean, on paper, you think they'd be really good, but we don't know that yet. So, again, we're about to win the league, and as Virgil's been saying lately, it's just more to come. I mean, Klopp said that once we won the big trophy in Europe. So, we're fine. I think the three of us are all pretty much on the same level, or thinking the same way as far as just get past it, move on. There's bigger fish to fry.
Speaking of Chelsea, Villa won up against Chelsea.
Yeah, see what I mean? So, like, I mean, and we're gonna get into obviously the game tonight, but I just wanted to cross off that Timo Werner thing. That's been kind of the hot topic in the tail end of this COVID break, if you will. But yeah, Mame, I didn't get to ask you like I asked Gerri. Is everything good? Your family, everybody okay?
Oh yeah, everybody's okay.
Beautiful.
We don't have Corona is not as deadly as it is in Europe.
Yeah,
I mean, yet, for now, but we'll see. But everybody's fine here. Thanks.
Okay. And I want to ask a question. I know there's some sort of concoction, some drink that's coming out of, where is that in Africa? Madagascar. Yeah. Is that something that's reached over to Senegal? I mean, is that something you can get in Senegal?
Actually, they found out that the way we cure the malaria, malaria is very deadly here. I think it's the most deadly disease in Africa.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that thing we use it to heal malaria and even cancer. To treat cancer. And it works.
Okay, good.
But it's not that you have it, you take it, and you heal. No.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And stuff,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad everybody's doing well. The game so far, come to you, Gerri. Any standout performance that you've seen? Just the slate of games that's happened so far for this restart, Gary. Anybody kind of stand out for you?
Yeah, I mean Saturday was a few Wolves played quite well against West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got a good win there. Palace obviously professional job again. Palace 4 wins in a row, 4 clean sheets in a row, and obviously we've got them next. That's going to be another tough game. Obviously Brighton whacked up Arsenal like I said they would. I enjoyed the Tottenham United game, to be honest with you.
Me too, actually.
I think the speed of the tempo, was really quick. It felt like, I just had because I don't know about you guys, but on here, on Sky Sports, on the channel, it's like you got 2 channels. One of them you can watch with the stadium noise, where it's like just literally no noise and just to hear the players shouting. The second channel is like you can hear some background noise. So Sky Sports will put like some fan noise in the background, so there's a bit of noise while watching the game. And it felt, I don't know about you, I don't know if you have any of that there, but it felt pretty realistic watching it with the crowd noise on, and it made the game.
Isn't that strange? It is. It's crazy. It sounds like in moments of the game you forget that there's no fans there. It's crazy.
Have you got that as well, right?
Yeah. We have like an option to turn it off or keep it on.
Same here. We've got option to turn it off and on. So
I keep it on.
I can't watch it without the noise. It makes it a lot more watchable. The noise. You know what I mean? It makes it feel like there's a proper atmosphere there. So yeah, the Tottenham United game I enjoyed. City Arsenal, I didn't really enjoy City Arsenal. Just typical spineless performance from Arsenal.
One of the worst games so far, actually.
Yeah, typical, just Arsenal just bottling, just sitting back, defending, and they're obviously their horrendous defensive players just messed it up and just ruined the game. But yeah, I think Tottenham United was a good game to watch. I enjoyed Brighton Arsenal was really good as well. I enjoyed Brighton Arsenal a lot. Loads of incidents and stuff, but yeah, finally just watch some proper good football today. I hope you watch Liverpool again, because that's the team obviously you want to watch. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to the game today in a few hours time, 2 hours time. So yeah, can't wait.
Can't wait. Mame, anything stand out for you? Real quick, I want to shout out Jordan Ayew for continuing to get the goals at Crystal Palace. I want to say that he's pushing double digits here soon, but go ahead.
More than Lacazette.
Yeah, Jordan Ayew was killing it, man. I mean, Jordan Ayew was killing. And you know what? Let me just say this. The way he plays for Palace reminds me a bit of Firmino. Now, he doesn't have all of the kind of different intangibles that Firmino does or things of that nature, but just his physicality. He almost got thrown out of that game in the first half because he was just running into people.
Yeah, he's good on the ball. You know what I mean? His link-up play has improved massively this season. He's sort of like this player that gets behind the defensive midfield and fouls them. He's sort of like a dirty player.
Yep. I love it.
You know what I mean? So it's aggressive.
Yeah, I love the way he plays.
A lot better than his brother, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Andre, man. Is he still with Swansea?
Yeah, he scored that.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Mame, anybody stand out for you as far as performances, or just anything?
Well. Yeah, actually, as you said, I like the Tottenham game, Tottenham Man U. It was a fun game to watch. And I watched Arsenal game 2 against City.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed a lot. Arsenal
is
just...
Oh my God, they're abominable right now. And shout out to Brighton. I won't take anything from Brighton, but Arsenal is just so bad, man. So bad right now.
Yeah, horrible.
Oh my God, and their big time players are just letting them down. They're not doing anything on the pitch. So, yeah.
Yeah, for real. And yeah, I think that's about it. I didn't watch many games. Yeah, I watched the Wolves game too. Very good game. The Watford game, it was all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was okay. Can we just, and I know none of us were doing this, but just for people who may be listening, fans of other teams or whatever, can we please kill this comparison between, and I know football's just come back. I know it. So everyone's fitness isn't there. Okay, cool. But can we not compare Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Trent Alexander-Arnold anymore? Ever again? Ever again. I don't want to hear that ever again.
Did you see him on the ball?
Disgraceful before. I'm sorry. You know what? Luke Shaw played better than him, in my opinion, that game. Luke Shaw was impressive to me.
Mate, that's how Wan-Bissaka plays normally.
Man, this guy's, defensively, sure. But anything else, don't you ever mention him in the same conversation as Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's not even close.
He's never got total control of the ball.
He looks like he just learned how to dribble a football. Seriously, all due respect. He looks like he doesn't know what to do with a football. His crosses are horrendous.
It's horrendous when I see him play. I think I look
Oh
at
my god.
when I play football, right? I just honestly think I'm better than him on the ball. Honestly, like I'm not even joking. It like honestly, the guy's never. He just I don't know what he's never just relaxed. Like, do you see that touch when he was running in midfield and he hits the ball so hard forward and he loses it? Do you know which part I'm talking?
They could have scored on that possession. If he would have made a better ball, they could have scored on that possession. Yeah, he's atrocious on the ball. I'm sorry, that's really frightening to see. He's so bad,
really bad.
But I just wanted to put that out there because I know people are still talking about there's actually a
well,
comparison.
I'm not interested in what people on Twitter say. You know what I mean, mate? They just do things for likes and retweets and all that sort of stuff. I'm not interested. Yeah. That's what they do. They're nonsense, unpopular opinions and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not. As I said, as I always say, as long as us fans and the coaches and the managers, which we all do, as long as we appreciate them, that's all that matters. It doesn't. We don't give a toss about what they think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. With that being said, I mean, I probably agree with you guys. I mean, I've watched all the games you guys have watched. I think there was one game that I didn't really pay much attention to, the Norwich and.
Neither did I. Southampton.
Yeah, the Bournemouth game. It was good to see Southampton. I mean, Ings get his goals though. He's up there on the charts now in double digits. But
that was a very poor game. I think it was the poorest game for.
Yeah, it was bad. From what I saw, a little bit of it was pretty bad. But I don't think I expected too much more. So, it's here, boys. We come back to a big game, a rivalry game. Though we have snotted them a few times, some of the games have been close. We need to remember that. Some of the games we've gotten in the last few seconds.
We won once in the last 8 years.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a last minute goal with Mane.
Yep. We've had a few last minutes against them, so need to remember that. And again, it'll be really, I'm really fascinated and interested to see where our players' fitness levels are. Let's talk about Richarlison. He has started to chat a little bit, which I have no idea why these people do this, especially someone of his caliber. All due respect, but please, why are you opening your mouth saying that?
He's making lies as well. Yeah, he's never dribbled past him as well. That's another lie.
Oh my God, man. You know, I'm all for people pumping themselves up. That's all cool. But maybe just do that in the locker room. I don't know. But I'm looking to see what Van Dijk does today, in general, but particularly when Richarlison, of all people, has the ball. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I hope he sends him into those empty seats.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, he didn't even put him in his top. Anyway, let's forget Richarlison. Gerri, there's been some talk about Salah being not so fit or whatever, some rumblings about that. Do you know any news about that? Do you expect him to play? What are your feelings on that?
I think he'll play. I think his Klopp's not giving away too much, really.
Okay.
I think him, Alisson, and what's his name, Robertson will play.
Oh, I didn't hear. Was there an issue with Robertson as well?
Yeah, that's why he'll play. How is Shaqiri not fit after 6 months? Bloody hell. How is he not?
There's something going on there, right? I mean, come on, that can't be. He can't still be injured. That's ridiculous.
I don't know. Anyway, but get him out of the door anyway this summer.
Yeah, and that's a shame though. Go ahead, my man.
I think he's injured though, because Klopp wouldn't say he's not injured if he's. I mean, he wouldn't say he's injured if he was not. I don't see him in training.
True,
I don't even see nothing.
I mean, what's the issue? I don't. How's he this injured for this? Anyway, yeah, that it's a shame with Shaqiri. I mean, I'm
calves are the size of a brick wall.
Yeah, that's the most strangest thing to me. I mean, could we use Shaqiri? Yeah. Am I happy to see him go out the door? Yeah. I mean, it'll open up just another space, along with Alana and things of that nature to add more to the team. But so Gerri, you see pretty much a straightforward lineup. I guess our quote unquote best lineup. Is there anything you?
I would. Well, what I'd do is I'd play. May come as a surprise to you, and I know everyone will be given a fresh sort of start here because there's no really players on form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would actually go with Henderson in the 6. I'd go with Wijnaldum and Keita.
Yeah, Keita I hear has been having a pretty good
same
preseason quote-unquote.
Same with Minamino as well, I've heard. So
yeah.
good, man. I knew Minamino would come it was sort of settling. He needs a bit of time, but I think Fabinho will play. I think probably Fabinho Henderson, Wijnaldum, really. But I don't know. I don't want that. I don't want that in this game. I don't think we need it in this game. If I'm honest with you, maybe Fabinho, Henderson, Keita, and maybe we leave one out, something like that. But yeah, just not those three together. Not in this game. I don't think it's needed. I want to see Keita get some momentum so he can take it into next season. I want a run of games from him. I want him to play these last 9 games as much as he can. Maybe start 6 or 7 out of the 9. Rotate with Ox here and there. Get Minamino in some of these games. Just use it as a chance to experiment in a few things, but at the same time not experiment, because I want us to break City's 100-point total record. I want to get that record as well. That's all we have to play for really next in this last few games. We can just sort of enjoy it, which is good. But yeah, for me, that's my team. Pretty straightforward. I'm buzzing for the game, to be honest. I can't wait. Honestly, cannot wait now.
Well, particularly with is it 5 or 7 subs that we have? Five subs.
We've got 9 on the bench now, and then 5, so the extra 2.
Go ahead, Mame.
Yeah, I said five subs.
Oh, okay,
5
good.
subs.
Yeah, Mame, same for you, man. What are you looking at as far as lineup? Pretty straightforward. Or do you feel like, Gerri, you want to kind of mix it up in the midfield and take it to Everton for the first game back?
Nah, because I'm pretty positive Naby is gonna play.
Yeah.
Salah might play too. Probably not the whole game.
Yeah.
But he might start too.
Yeah, I like this. Well, you know what? Origi scored in the last 4 years against Everton every game, so maybe
he has.
So maybe,
I can see him featuring at some point.
Because we're gonna have these players obviously aren't going to be as fit as they normally are, and they need these 5 subs are going to help us. So it's going to help us. We can maybe put like a Minamino on there. Maybe youngsters. Maybe obviously over the course of the season, the youngsters will get a few more games as well, like Curtis Jones. These sort of players will get a few more minutes here and there, because obviously with these 5 subs, it's going to allow them to get on the pitch more.
Yeah. Score prediction, Mame?
3-0 Liverpool.
Oh, shit. Gerri?
I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0. Oh.
I think the defense will be extra strong after what that Beak said.
He does have a beak, doesn't he? Yeah. No. I think so as well. I think we're going to be strong anyway, but that just gave us just so much more bulletin board material. I mean, I still can't believe this guy said that.
Bring it on. That's what Liverpool love. Do you know what I mean? That's what Liverpool love.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna go 2-0 as well. Honestly, I think it could get really ugly. Honestly, and particularly if we're getting those goals early, it could be 3 or 4-0. So we'll see. But I think definitely 2-0 is a score line. I think that I could definitely see. As we close out here, a little bit of murmurs about Mane maybe having a head turn left and right and up and down. Gerri, come to you first on this. Say we lose Mane to PSG, Real Madrid, whatever.
That will never happen. He will never go to PSG, first of all. It's just a down step in his career. If he wants to end his career like Neymar, he can go to PSG.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking, though, let's just say it happened.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, go on.
Would you? Is Mbappe a fair to even be a better than fair replacement, if that's a possibility?
Yeah, but the thing is, right, with Mbappe, I know at one point, I'd love Mbappe at the club, obviously, but first of all, if we can't buy Werner for 50 million, how are we going to buy Mbappe for 300, including his contract? So I don't know why these rumors keep on coming up, if I'm honest with you. At the same time, Mbappe at one point wants to play for Real Madrid, and I don't want to like Paul Pogba. That's going to end up just sort of. I don't want that Coutinho saga again, man. Like, Mane loves the club. Mane always talks about how he wants to play here, and that's the sort of players I want. And not to mention, Mane's a world-class footballer and probably one of the best wingers in world football. So I'm fine. Like this, when I hear people talking about sell Salah and bring Sancho, why try break something? Why try replace something when it's not broken? I mean, it's like I've got my TV today, right? A big TV. It's not broken, so why should I replace it? Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. If it's working, you know what I mean? it's not as if I want to get something bigger and better because Sancho's not better than Salah. Do you know what I mean? It's like me selling Salah and bringing Sancho in. It's like me selling my 15-inch TV to get a 40-inch one. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Fair enough. Mame, thoughts on Sadio?
Man, I don't think he's going anywhere, man.
Okay.
'Cause look at it like this. All they want is to win. Win the most trophies. And right now, where they have the most chance of doing that is Liverpool, not PSG, not even Real.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
So I don't know. I think sometimes people just talk, man. We all know Zidane want Mane, but why would Mane go there? Just to play.
Bro, Madrid and Barcelona aren't even that attractive anymore like they used to be.
They shouldn't be.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, but you never know.
That's why Mbappe is not even in a hurry to go to Madrid like that because like Madrid's not even in a state to be like, oh, you know what, they're so attractive right now. Look at all these trophies they win. Madrid are a team that they need a massive rebuild like in a couple of years because they got so many players.
Even have the money. They don't even have the money. That's the thing.
They went and bought Hazard for 100 million and Hazard's turned 13 in a year or so, isn't he? So like
true. Yeah.
Just added that to it. But I'm just, as I said, I'm just excited for the game like in an hour and a half or so. So honestly, I'm buzzing because then we've got Palace on Wednesday as well, which is another game I can't wait for.
Yeah, well, that's a good segue to what I was going to ask. Is that game at Selhurst or is that? Oh, that'd have been so poetic to win the league at Selhurst. But that would have been great. But I think that's probably, I would say that's when we'd probably win it. And the last couple talking points. Again, a player who hasn't, people are worried about Gini, signing an extension.
It was signed.
You think he'll sign?
Yeah, it was signed. He was signed.
Mame, same for you?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know, for real.
Well, they're saying that they're saying that talks are like they're getting better and better, and that it's getting close to sign. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, probably. But I would see Gini trying to go somewhere else. Maybe
he might want some. He might want something. But again, like maybe this is just me speaking from a biased point of view. I'm just like, why would you leave Liverpool right now, man? Like we're literally in the center of everything. Like we want to win. What's the point of going to like an Inter Milan or like what? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like maybe like
but
he's thinking.
The problem is
I'm thinking as a Liverpool fan. Maybe I don't know. Am I? I'm not too sure.
We all love Gini. We all know that he's a very, very good player. Probably one of the best in the world, at his position, and he's kind of underrated by other fans, because he doesn't play each and every game. He's not a starter normally. If everything is all right, all the players are here, Gini doesn't start over Keita.
Yeah, but yes, Mama, he has started every game. If you have to think about it.
No, I know because Keita.
I know what you're saying. If everyone's fit, you think it's Fabinho, Henderson, Keita, right?
Well, Gini is the kind of player you take just because he can do anything. He can play every position in the midfield, So he normally comes second. When Keita is not fit, anyway, Gini is there. When Fabinho is not fit, anyway, Gini is there. When Henderson is not fit, anyway, Gini is there. He's not the first person of the midfield on the team sheet. Now he's there because Keita hasn't been fit yet.
Yeah, Ox was out for a year, then he's taken time to come back.
Exactly. I could understand him wanting to leave to play a bigger role in another club.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 for this game. I think we'll beat them. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Klopp does in midfield because obviously that's the main talking point, isn't it? Midfield. That's always the main talking point for us. But I think we'll win this game. I think 3-0. 2-0. Hopefully 3, and we'll get the.
Come on, make it 4.
Like I said, man, it could get pretty ugly, to be honest. But all right, last talking point, then we'll get out of here. I got to end with this because it's, people still, I don't know why, but maybe you guys agree with the we'll sees. People still have a heart for this guy who itched and crawled and scratched and begged and whined and faked injuries to get out of here. Coutinho, you know what it is. Gerri, yay or nay?
All right, listen.
Oh shit.
I've switched many times, right? Many times. For years I said no. But because we didn't get Werner, right? And I'll tell you what, if he said I'll take a massive pay cut, the loan fee's cheap, 1 year loan, I'll do it. 1 year loan, see you later in 2021. Help us for a year, and then we can go look at our permanent targets in 2021 for the future. I would do it for a year loan. I would take him, not a permanent deal, but I would take him for a year loan. I would. I've looked back and I think I would take him for a year. But at the same time, I just don't like what he did. Yeah. I was talking about my channel. I just don't like what he did. The way he disrespected the whole club and the fans, right? Is thing, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. I know it's not, but I'm just saying, for a year loan to strengthen us, because the AFCON might be going on again. Do you know what I mean? And he's someone that can play midfield on the left. For a year loan, I don't think he'd harm us, if I'm honest with you, bro.
Wait, is the AFCON not a definite?
No, it's not. No, it's not definite.
They're just saying they'll do it, but they won't. They can't.
Oh, wow. Can't. So we're not going to be losing Sadio and
bro, because I heard that they said that 2021. First of all, they said no, it's not going to happen. Now they said that it might happen again. So because obviously you live in Africa, well, what are they saying then? Are they going to do it or not?
They're lying, man. It's not happening. They're just saying that just for PR, but they can't do it. It's not possible.
Okay, that's good news.
Well, yeah, that is great news. Mame on that guy.
Coutinho, Bobby. Philip Coutinho. Yes. Yeah, Coutinho. Listen, Coutinho is a stupid ass man. He's stupid. He left, and now he's begging. The thing is, I don't mind Coutinho in our squad if he comes back, but as Gerri said, for loan, and knowing that he's not a principal player, he cannot serve for being on the bench. He have to accept anything, But on the other side, I think that it will cause a lot of problems, Imagine you bench Salah still wants to play during a game, and you bring on Coutinho. He might be frustrated. Same with Mane, Firmino, Ox, all those guys. Because the way he disrespected the club.
Yeah. I agree with both of you guys. Obviously, don't like the way he left. Could he help us a bit for a period of time? Sure. Coutinho is. I was never a big fan of Coutinho, but he is a good player, and he knows Liverpool. He knows how we play. He's done well in the Premier League for us. So I'd take him for a few months. Yeah, why not? And support him.
But are we still playing the way we played when he left?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because the moment where Coutinho really shined, there's the 6 months before he left, we couldn't field all four together. We did it, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
Mane was benched. Coutinho was there.
Mane wasn't playing. Mane wasn't playing well that period, though, was he?
Yeah, he wasn't playing well, but it's maybe part of that too.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, when you play all those four together, they're frightening, man. We used to smack up teams 7-0. Do you know what I mean? It used to be.
It happened 2 times. Yeah. I think it was Spartak and another team. I don't know.
But anyway, listen. On the year loan, yeah, I would. But it's not gonna happen. That's all I'm saying. It's not gonna happen. Like, but it's just a talking point, right? Yeah. I know, but I would. Yeah, but it's not gonna happen. So,
yeah, I think it's probably definitely not gonna happen. I know some people really. I think for the most part, it seems like the fan base is pretty torn. There's people who would
Yeah,
love to have him back because they've celebrated and they
I'm
were set.
admit-
But
I'm like 50-50. I'm like, yeah, I want him back on loan, but I would take it back on loan. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, just what he did was just, I was so angry that day when I heard that he handed the transfer request, and what he did, just faking injuries. I was just proper annoyed because he against Hoffenheim, he could have ruined our Champions League chances. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and I was angry, but yeah, and especially how he didn't stay until the end of the season. That's what annoyed me the most, because like, all right, you did what you did. Stay until the end of the season. You're that desperate to go to Barcelona. We couldn't even play Champions League football that year. You couldn't play Champions League football. Why are you that desperate to go? So yeah, at the same time, sometimes it's with me. It's just like mood swings. One time, like, fuck off, man. Like, I don't want you back after what you did. The next time, like, you know what? It helped the team. Do you know what I mean? It's just sort of like mood swings, bro.
The problem with Coutinho that I think there was all this hype because he was Brazilian.
Mhm.
For me, Coutinho wasn't that good. He was good. He was a good player.
I agree.
Very good player. He wasn't extraordinary,
Mhm.
And some people were even putting him at the level of Neymar.
Yeah, no.
I
You
gotta
know?
disagree, bro. I gotta disagree.
That's why he said, "I'm
I
big
think
for
Coutinho's a
Liverpool."
great player. I think he's not Neymar level. I think he's a great player.
No, he's a good player. I'm not saying otherwise. But he really thought that he was too big for Liverpool. That's the only reason he left.
Yeah,
It's not because
I make it simple. He's a good player and all that, but he was never a world class player, in my opinion. I think people were
I
quick to
think he
put
was.
him on that
no,
level.
He was world class.
he wasn't. He
Yeah,
wasn't.
I never saw that. I never saw
I
that. I
think,
mean, I definitely don't see it now. I mean, with Liverpool, he was probably, well, not probably. That was the best he's ever played at Liverpool, and to me,
Exactly.
that wasn't a
That's
world class level.
he was world class for a year and a half, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. I never when I think about the world class players in football, Coutinho was never a guy that I looked at that way. I think he
I know you didn't. Even when you were still at the club, you never. I used to watch some of your videos back then.
yeah I was never a huge fan of Coutinho. Does he have a bags of talent? No doubt, of course. I mean, you can't be a Brazilian and not have really really good talent, but I just never saw him as that kind of upper echelon player. I did think that he could become that at some point. But when he was trying to push that move, I never thought he'd succeed at Barcelona. Not at all. I never saw him going there, gelling
not
and
as
being.
long not as long as Messi is there.
Yeah, no, he's never going to be. Even I mean, because I think Neymar, and again, that's back to the conversation about is Coutinho on Neymar's level. I mean, Neymar, he was never going to shine like he wanted to because Messi was there. But Neymar had great seasons at Barcelona. I never thought Coutinho would come anywhere near that. So, I mean, look, things aren't working. Go ahead.
For me, Coutinho, best position is central.
Mm-hmm.
Neymar was playing on the wing. That's why he was on the other wing. That's why he could play with Messi. But Coutinho, when you're a central player, offensive player, you cannot play with Messi. It's not possible.
Yeah. I mean, has anyone been good?
Yeah, I say unless you were real number 9,
Mm-hmm.
like Suarez, Lewandowski and stuff.
Which
But
he
if you
absolutely
like,
isn't. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, has anybody been following what he's doing or lack thereof at Bayern? Is he still there? Right?
No, yeah, but he's injured now, so.
Oh, he's injured now. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with Coutinho. I think we all agree it probably won't be at Liverpool again, but I mean, anything's possible. You never know. So
That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
yeah, I don't see it either. I don't see it either. I don't see it either. I know some people really really want it to happen, but
Yeah.
let's leave it there for now.
All right.
And I'll definitely put something out for you, Gerri, after the game. And
Yeah, no, we'll talk on Skype anyway.
What do we got a quick turnaround, right? Our next game is what, Wednesday?
Yeah, but then after we don't play for 8 days until next Thursday.
Oh shit! I thought it was okay. All right. Because
then, bro, after that City game, it starts going 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. It's mad.
Okay. Yeah. So well, it's bad for them, but I'm so happy this football is back. I wish there was more games in between. But Yeah, let's hope all the best today. I think we shouldn't have too much to worry about. Good to see where the fitness is for the guys, but hopefully after the game we'll be excited and chatting up how good Liverpool look coming after the break. Gerri, Mame, thank you guys for making time as always. Really appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you guys again.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah,
See you
thank
later.
you. Bye-bye.